So I'm from Newcastle, Indiana, and I went to school at Olivet Nazarene University. And goodness, I was a pastor the first 20 years of my career. And then after that, I have been here at the Evansville Rescue Mission. I'm in my 17th year. So I spent the first part of my career as a youth minister. Then I became a senior pastor. And so for 5 years, I served at the Eagles Way New Life Church in Newburgh. We moved away from there to Muncie and to pastor a church. And when the position here at the Evansville Rescue Mission came back open, my family couldn't wait to get back here. We were excited to come back to the Evansville area. We love it. Well, I still look at what I do as ministry every single day. Leaving the local church, that was one of the toughest decisions of my life because I absolutely loved the opportunity to serve in a local church, and I never thought I would do anything else other than that. But coming here, I mean, it was easy because I think years ago I determined that I really wanted to be in a position where I could make a difference in people's lives every day, and working in a homeless shelter was something that always interested me. And so when I saw this position was open, I interviewed, and goodness gracious, they took a chance on the rookie, and I'm glad they did. Yeah, I had never worked in this type of a setting before, and when I interviewed, I really didn't know if I would have a shot at it. And they had a lot of applicants. Actually, I think someone told me at one point that they had 97 applicants, and I worked through the process, and they decided that they wanted someone with a pastoral background to be in this position. And so, yeah, they hired me. They hired a guy with no experience, and I guess, as they say, the rest is history. We're now in, as I said, our 17th year, and it's been an amazing journey, and I've truly loved it. The Evansville Rescue Mission is the oldest such organization here in this area, and the largest. As I said, we've been around 107 years, and every single year, primarily through our men's residence center, we'll serve close to 300,000 meals and provide about 50,000 nightly bed spaces. And as the number of homeless individuals in this area has grown over the past few years, one of the things that we have seen is just the demand of our services has just gone up, and it's gone up, and it's gone up. And so as we now look at what the future is going to be with our Center for Women and Children that will open next year in March, once open, the Evansville Rescue Mission will be able to care for approximately 70% of the homeless population in this area through the rescue mission, the Men's Residence Center, and through the Center for Women and Children. And then we also operate the Youth Care Center, which is the area's only juvenile detention facility. And then we have our operations at Washington Square Mall, which has our thrift store and Mission Grounds coffee shop. So we stay quite busy. I just entered my 17th year in this role as president and CEO. Everything's changed. When I came, the organization was much smaller, very well led. My predecessor and the board, they have just notoriously done a great job through the years of leading this organization to become what it is in this community. But everything's changed. We moved to a much larger facility with our Men's Residence Center several years ago. We sold Camperville. Camperville was a property that we had owned since the early 1900s, and we sold it, and it's still thriving as a wonderful ministry. But that was a big step for us. selling that property, 105 acres. And a lot of people just had such a connection, have such a connection to that property. And then, goodness, we purchased the property on Professional Boulevard where the Center for Women and Children will be located. We moved our thrift store to Washington Square Mall and helped start the revitalization of that gigantic property. And then through the years, the number of our staff has grown. We have just become a much larger facility, but a much larger organization. But in the process, the number of people that we help has just exploded, and we're able to do so much more than we did several years ago. That's probably another one of the statistics. If I would have seen that years ago, I would have thought, not sure. That's a lot. I said this the other day to someone, and I truly mean this. Every single day, after all these years, I still get extremely excited to get up and come to work here. I love it. It supercharges my battery to know that my team and I, our donors, our volunteers, that we have the ability to make a difference in people's lives that are so often marginalized, forgotten, kicked to the curb, and who need someone to come alongside them, oftentimes at their darkest hour. And so we get a chance to come alongside the addicted. We get a chance to come alongside the homeless. We get a chance to come alongside the person that maybe other people have given up on. Well, we haven't given up on them, and neither has God, and we have a chance to come alongside them and help make a difference in their life. And sometimes that difference is so profound. We have people that work for us on our staff that years ago, they came to us with the clothes on their back, and now they're in leadership positions. I have 2 members of my executive staff who were at one point residents in this organization. And to see their growth and to see the growth of others, it's so worth it. It's so worth getting up out of bed and coming to this place every day. And I know that it's not just me that feels that way. My whole team does. Our board does. Our donors do. And our volunteers do. It's a great place.